The best way to learn MagTitan is to jump in and just start working on your first project. You'll learn so much by actually doing. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video, how to start and complete your first project. Here I've just logged into my MagTitan account and I'm at the dashboard page. Now, to publish our first project with MagTitan, you're going to focus on the steps right here in the center. And we're going to walk through them one by one, and the result's going to be that together we're going to publish your first document. So, the first step of the process is to create your first project. So, I'm going to click the green Start button, and it's going to redirect me to the My Project section. And the first thing we need to do is we need to set up in MagTitan the name of the project. So, just to give you an idea, a project is a bucket that will hold your documents later on. And a project could be a magazine, it could be a grouping of newsletters, it could be a grouping of brochures. Literally, any bucket that's going to hold documents is what a project is. So for this, let's call the name of the project Thought Leadership Articles. So if I want to have a series of articles that I share, content marketing, this will be the bucket that will hold that, and I'll name this Larry's articles, and then you can see the subdomain is here. So I'm going to click Create, and it'll go and create the project. Now it's going to redirect me, and here we are back at the dashboard. You can see that we've successfully completed step one. Now, step two is create your first document. So I'm going to click the green button, and we've got to give our document a name. So this is going to be a collection of articles. So I'm going to name this, let's call it the Digital Publishing Profit, because the things that I publish content on are related to digital publishing. And now we already selected, or we created a project, so you'll see that I only have two options. One is Thought Leadership Articles, or I could actually create a new project here, but I'm going to put it right under the Thought Leadership Articles, and I'll click Create. Now we're brought to the document assembler, and this is where you assemble your document, and that's comprised of articles. And on the left-hand side here, you can see that it gives us a few options on how we can actually design our article. We can use the wizard, we can use our regular builder, or we could outsource it and let the MagTitan professional designers do it. For this example, and for your first project, I want you to click the new article wizard. This is the easiest and fastest way to actually build your documents because it uses templates. Let's go through this. Designing an article with the wizard comes in two steps. The first step, which you're looking at here, is where we input all of the content for the article, and then the next step is taking us to the design canvas where we'll lay it out. I already have an article that has these elements done, so let me push pause and I'm going to paste everything in. And now we're back, and you can see everything is filled in from the article name to the type. My headlines and callouts are all set up. My copy for my article is in here, and we even have a few pictures in there. So now I'm going to click Continue. And now we are in the second part of designing an article using the wizard. The second part of the wizard design process is using our design canvas and our templates to create your pages. So here I'm going to go through the article cover templates, and you can see I can just scroll down here and look for an article cover format that I might like. I'll use this one here, and it'll load it into the canvas. And now from here, the rest of the wizard process is actually editing the various elements on the page. So here I've clicked on the image, and now on the left-hand side, it comes up all of my images that I've loaded. And on the right side, it is the editor, which allows me to manipulate the images. So now I've finalized the image, and now it's the editing process of the various elements. So here I'll click on a text element, which is supposed to be a byline. And you can see on the right-hand side that I have these sliders that I can manipulate the various elements. So when I click this blue button, I can then slide them up, I can slide them down to various sides, I can change the height, I can change the width. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to speed up this process, and you can watch me just manipulate these all around the page.
Editing with the MagTitan Design Wizard is really easy. Essentially, all that you're doing is loading a design template into the canvas, and then you're selecting an element, whether that's text or an image, which are the most common ones, and then you're replacing that with an element that you've added in the first step. So here I'm adding a text phrase that I've already had. Now I'll change the color, I can change the size, I can change the background, and then I'm just sliding it into the place where I want it to go on the page. It's all very simple, and you do it by eyeball, and that's as high tech as it needs to get. So now that we're done the front page of our article, let's click Page under Desktop, and we'll go and design the second page of our article. I'll click on Pages here and pull up the editorial page templates, and then you can scroll through our library, find a template that looks good to you. So here, let's go use this one with the dartboard. And you'll see that it loads right into the canvas. If I click the dartboard image, it'll pull up all the images that I've preloaded. By clicking one, it pops right into the canvas. I'll want to finalize that so that we don't lose it. You always want to finalize your image edits and save the article. And you'll notice that the text automatically flows through on the right-hand column. This is a call out here, so if I click it, it'll pull out the titles and call outs that I have. If I click Style Matters, it hops right into place there. And that's how quickly it is to design a page. Now we can go on to the third page here and repeat the process. And I'll speed it up just so you can see how it works, but do it in a little quicker fashion. Now that we're done designing the article on the desktop version, we're going to go into the mobile version, because essentially what we're doing is creating the article or the document twice, and this allows MagTitan to manipulate these two core sizes hundreds of different ways so it looks beautiful on whatever device the reader is coming to. Now, as I go through this, you'll see that the process is identically the same. You're going to have a smaller canvas, obviously, because you have less real estate available to you, but you just go through, pick a template, pick the elements, move them around, and that's all that there is to it. So I'm going to go through and do the super speed thing again so you can follow along the process and kind of get a sense of how everything works. As you probably are getting the sense, doing the design with the Design Wizard is pretty intuitive. You'll repeat the same things over and over and over again as you design your different pages, and that's what makes it really nice. And eventually you can even design your own templates so that it fits your style, whether it's an article, a brochure, a flyer, whatever it might be, so that you can flow things in there really, really simply and really, really quickly. One other thing that I just want to make a note about is that the desktop and mobile page count, and the design for that matter, isn't identical, and it shouldn't be identical, because you have less visual real estate on the mobile side. And so what you'll see as we go through this, that you're going to end up having more mobile pages than you do desktop pages, because you can just fit more content on a desktop page. Now, what I tend to do is, as we get into the more and more pages in the mobile, is I don't necessarily have as much design elements on a page. As we get to the last two pages here, what you'll see is that I'm going to just have basically text on the page. And I think that that's perfectly acceptable, because you got to think about this. When people are reading on a mobile device, they're going really fast. They're going to, there's a little bit of content on there. They're going to flip through it really fast. And so it doesn't always have to be designed. It doesn't always have to have animations, but that's a personal preference. Now, once you're done building all of your pages in desktop and mobile, you'll click Save the Article, and then you'll click this red button to move it to the builder. It'll prompt you to resave it, which I think is always a good idea, and then you'll click the green Convert button, and it's going to convert it from the wizard format to that of the MagTitan Builder, where you can actually go and actually do more edits if you'd like. Now, here it is in the builder, and it's waiting for conversion. Then after a minute or two, it'll be converted, and you can click the plus button and add it right into your document lineup. Once you click Update, it'll be ready to be published. Then when you click the green button on the top left corner here, the publication will be published. You'll see that happening right now, and it's ready to be shared any way that you'd like, via email, social media, on your website, etc. You can see that it's live. When we click this Share URLs button, you'll see that we can visit the document, or I can copy the URL, and that's literally all that you need to go and be able to share your document. Here I'm just going to paste in that URL, and whenever somebody uses that URL through a link, social media, your issue, your article will pull right up, and it'll pull up and look perfectly on whatever device they are. Here's a desktop version, but if they did this on a mobile phone, the mobile version would pull up and it would look awesome. And that's all that you need to do. So now you know more than enough to be dangerous. You know enough to actually create your first document. So pick a simple project and get started. Design it in the wizard. Just follow the steps that you saw here in this video. Before you know it, you'll have your first document done. Share it with your colleagues, share it with your friends and family, get feedback, and we're here if you need anything. Just go to the help area of your account. You can call us, you can text us, you can do this, and we're here to help.